Behold, it's Encased, a sci-fi post-apocalyptic RPG. And as it says, but to clarify just a little bit, this is a turn-based science fiction post-apocalyptic CRPG. It is... I've got my little outline here. This time I typed it up. How fancy is that? But it is inspired by the original Fallout, the Shadowrun games, the CRPG ones, I believe. Or maybe just Shadowrun in general. And of course, Wasteland. They, on their site, they say that it's tribute to, of course, the, original Fallout games, 1 and 2. And the Roadside Picnic book, very famous book. A lot of, I think a lot of Stalker, the game, is super heavily inspired, as is Metro, I believe. As you can see, a lot of the sci-fi elements are retrofuturism, similar to Fallout, but in this case, it is 1970s retrofuturism. And as we mentioned, the inspiration from Wasteland, it does seem to play very similar to the newer Wasteland games, right? Wasteland 2 and 3. But it has some unique takes on those systems and all that stuff, right? They do their own unique spin. That's games, huh? Now, also, I looked into it, and there are evidently dozens, they say, I think at least over a dozen different endings for this game. So there's a lot of different ways you can play. There was a trailer video that they had that said you can play this game through as a pacifist, avoiding combat or using less than lethal equipment to take people out. There's also, you could kill every single person, or you could do a ghost stealth run where you don't even interact with anyone, even friendly NPCs, just hacking your way through the world and avoiding combat altogether. And supposedly, I think there might be unique endings for each of them, right? The dozen-plus unique endings is very interesting to me. But it is also a little bit on the shorter end compared to what we usually play here, right? It's still like compared to most games, this is like a full-length ass game, right? 20 to 40 hours, reportedly, from what I've heard, depending on how much content, side content you're interested in doing, and of course your style of play, all that good stuff. Now, more information I've got here on my outline. This was originally started and funded as a Kickstarter game, right? And it was kickstarted, what would you say, the process began back in September of 2018, and it had a early access period just as well, but now it is in full release. This is, so you can see down here, 1.0. Now, also, let me see here. Right, yes, the developer. Developed by indie studio Dark Crystal Games. And there are about, according to their site, I checked, 30 people working there, so pretty impressive already for just 30 folks working on it. And they're based in St. Petersburg, Russia. Also, before we begin here, the third-party site that I used to reach out to them sent me a link, a tracker link. So if you are interested in the game and want to buy it, feel free to go through the tracker link that will track sales or whatever. I don't think I get a kickback for it, but I go up in that third-party site's rankings in some way. I don't know. No big deal if you don't want to use it, right? No big deal. But it'll hopefully be there in the description if you so please. But anyway, as you can see here, I've already started a game. That was mostly just to get accustomed to the settings and all that, right? Let's see, we can just run through all these real quick if someone is interested. Here we are. I turned down the frame limit because my monitor only goes up to 60. There we are. Good. Yeah, mostly messed around with the audio, right? We'll see. We may still have to finick around with it, right? You know how it is. But also they've got support for multiple profiles, I should say. So if you want to have multiple people playing on your same game or whatever, probably would work really well on consoles and all that. Which I believe they are planning. I saw somewhere on their site that they're planning to bring this at a later date. I don't think they've disclosed when, but to consoles just as well. Anyway, we'll make a new character here, and the character creation, as you would expect from this kind of game, is fairly in-depth. So if you would like to skip past it, or if you're at a point where like, yeah, I've seen enough, I get the idea, there should be a timestamp in the description if you want to skip ahead. No hard feelings. Alright, and here we've also got multiple difficulty modes. For this video, I think we'll just go with classic, right? Already, when I was making my character, I got pretty hooked into it, and I'm fairly certain we will at some point play through this game. We will very likely do a full-ass playthrough rather than just a behold video, right? And we'll do it on tactics mode unless I hear tale that like it's super unbalanced or whatever, right? Anyway, for this, I think classic seems fitting, and you can go in here and get more details and stuff, right? Very cool. Alright, we get a little cutscene, I think?
1971. We woke up in a different world, where the Cold War ended along with the Vietnam carnage. All because of the Dome.
Because of the Dome.
A territory full of anomalous artifacts, phenomena, and organisms. We still don't know what it is. An alien city? Some kind of a testing ground or storage? Whatever it is, no living thing trapped under the Dome can escape it. Yet even this did not stop the research. The major powers created the Cronus Megacorporation to develop and explore the Dome. Its secrets became a lucrative business. The Spires station was built on top of the Dome to export the artifacts and import supplies and personnel. The city of Crystal Sands grew at the foot of the Dome, eventually becoming a major transportation hub. All this required thousands of employees, and there was no shortage of candidates. Romantics, pragmatists, and adventurers of all trades swarmed recruiting centers around the globe, seeking jobs at Cronus. You were one of those people. In 1976, your application was approved, and you went under the Dome towards the future. Whether a good one or a bad one, only time will tell.
As far as I know, the game is not fully voice acted, but it does have some degree of voice acting, right? I would assume it's about the usual that you would expect from like a CRPG, right? Where like important stuff is voice acted. Occasionally you'll get like the first few lines are voice acted and all that. I would not expect full-on voice acting throughout the entire thing. They even had a stretch goal on their old Kickstarter that unfortunately they were not able to reach to get like full narrator voice acting. But nonetheless, from what I've heard of the voice acting, it's pretty good, right? I don't know. Voice acting in general has gotten pretty good over the last few years. And fairly accessible, I guess you would say, just as well. Like good voice acting has grown more accessible to like smaller indie teams and all that. Also, I went and looked at I looked at a few of their trailers, I guess I'll say. And it's got some really fucking cool takes on the story and all that, right? It kind of alludes to it there in that opening prologue, or sort of cinematic or whatever. But there was a trailer talking about it begins as like propaganda for the mega corporation that you're like a member of, right? That you're working for, you're an employee of it. And it eventually goes into like, yeah, we're getting rid of the propaganda or whatever. This is the real shit now, right? It does sort of that old trope, but they really lean into ideas of like criticizing. This is just from the trailer. I don't know if the game goes deeper into it, but it seems like it's critical of like colonialism, because in the trailer, one of the people is like, yeah, we're here taking their shit, and they very clearly do not want us here, and a lot of us do not want to be here. We think that this is just a really fucked up situation. But you'll also see more cool, interesting ways that the game like tangles with politics, and I think it does it, at least so far. Like I said, there's no way to know for sure how they execute on it, right? But what they're building up so far, from what I've seen, sounds really, really interesting and like pretty fucking good, I think. Sorry, excuse me. Let's see. But you've got your pre-made characters here, right? And they all have their own sort of like little fun backstory, but I believe that's not terribly important. I don't think you get any sort of bonus for going with a pre-generated character, right? Aside from the fact that they're all sort of balanced toward and around a certain kind of play style. I do also think it's really interesting that shit like here, like of the Vietnam War and the Cold War, is like very relevant to the lore of this game, right? It's very specifically, it feels like it so far. It seems very specifically tailored to the idea that, yeah, this is 1970s retrofuturism. We're taking a very good look. We're exploring shit from around that period, right? Let's see. We'll just run through all these pre-made characters and all that, and then we'll make our own, I think. Let's see, we'll loop back around. I do really like a lot of the art for the characters and stuff here. I think we've, what do you call it? Loop back around. So we will actually go and create our own. Welcome to the character creation screen, where you will create a protagonist to plunge into adventures under the dome. Isn't that also like a novel? Is that a Stephen King novel? I know they made like a show of it, right? And didn't it have, what's his name? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm blanking on his name. You know, Hank. Bald guy. What is his real name? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot, but I think he was in it. Anyway. To begin, choose the name of your character, select the wing in which they work, their portrait, and then adjust their physical appearance. Now, the wing stuff is also, the wing in which you work is extremely compelling to me, right? Like I said, it sort of alludes to some of the more, like, complex themes that they're wrestling with in the story of the game, right? Like, it seems like it could go some really cool places. I don't know if it ultimately does, but it's very promising to me. Alright, proceed. There we go. But like I said here, a lot of these look really cool, I think. I really enjoy a lot of these. Normally, I'm like extremely hit or miss with a lot of the pre-made portraits and all that, but I quite like a lot of them. I don't know, maybe because a lot of these people look kind of mostly like tired, which I certainly have a penchant for characters that have like a weary look about them. I don't know what it is. But also here, they've got it to where you can fully customize your character in a lot of ways. You can even select a body type different from your gender and all that stuff. You got the heads. Well, here, let's get someone without a beard. Let's see here. Let's see, features, I think, is, yeah. The head's not too impressive, in my opinion, right? But that's kind of to be expected with a CRPG, right? Because you're so zoomed out anyway, and probably wearing a helmet, you're not even gonna know what your fucking head looks like. Right? Okay, but let us go with over here. There we go. And also, when I was looking through this, by the way, when I was just futzing around with character creation way back, does this not look like... Maybe this is intentional. I don't know. I haven't been following this game super close. Is this not... what's his name? Sven? Of Larian? Like, head dude at Larian Studios? Makers of Divinity Original Sin? That looks totally like him. He's even... The character right there even has his, like, his, like, little smile and stuff. He's such a happy, nice-seeming guy, right? Also in here, there is... Let's see... This guy, tell me, especially with the blue jacket and stuff, does this dude not look like fucking Lando from, like, original Star Wars, the original trilogy and stuff? Does this not look like Billy D. Williams as Lando? Like, it's not the spitting image, but it looks so close to Lando to me. Anyway, let's see. Let's go through here. There may be more stuff in here that I'm not that I don't see or whatever. Let's see. But a lot of these, I quite like a lot of them. But anyway, let's go with this dude. Over here. We'll just change that temporarily. And features. Can I actually click there? Nah, fair enough. Alright. And let's see. There we are. Now, for this, like I said, this is very interesting. You've even got this pentagon here, where you'll notice each one of these little corners fills up, depending on which wing you're in. Now, these are very much, I think, the names of them tie back to specific things. At least one of them I can't tell what exactly it ties back to, but Silver Wing determines the first priority out of 1,000. Find experts who can suss out the best solutions to every problem, equip workers with the right tools, and ship the necessary materials where they need to go. Every base built and every successful expedition is a testament to the hard work and deep wisdom of Silver Wing managers. They're very much like managerial, maybe even bureaucratic roles that they take on, right? Very interesting to me, and I think the silver descriptor comes from the fact that they are like silver spoon, right? I think that's where it comes from. Anyway, next over here. Oh, here we are. Cronus is divided into wings. These 5 departments are engaged in different activities. Choosing a wing affects the background of your character, starting attribute values, initial equipment, and answer options in dialogues. Which, like I said, this seems like a very important facet of the game. Alright, Blackwing here. Using the most powerful of weapons and advanced military equipment, the employees of Blackwing protect humanity from the myriad hazards of the Dome. Blackwing's command is made up of the best officers from the most highly trained armies in the world, who coordinate their subordinates to provide maximum security for everyone from every wing under the Dome, which they seem very fascist to me. I don't know. That's what it totally reads to me as. Right, and they're your best, like, straightforward combat shit going down. And of course, the uniform as well, not doing them any favors in that regard. Alright, I don't know where Blackwing comes from, though. That's one of the ones, or that's the main one that I'm not too sure on. Anyway, Orange Wing. Every person deserves a second chance, especially those willing to make amends for their crimes by working for the betterment of humanity. Orange Wing was created especially for these people. Its employees are everywhere, providing every kind of domestic service, from cleaning and delivery to manufacturing and construction. There's a lot of work to be done under the Dome, and every employee of Orange Wing will find a way to make their own contribution. Right. So essentially, I think it's like, you know, your orange jumpsuits that typically people in prison will have, right? I think that's very much the idea behind it being Orange Wing. And they're very much specialized in crime just as well, right? No matter what, if you're Orange Wing, you have some sort of criminal background. Over here, oh, whoops, this way. White Wing. It is often said that the time of great discoveries has now passed. Preposterous. Just like Galileo and Newton, White Wing employees are launching a new era of science. They represent the best minds of humanity, working diligently in laboratories equipped with the most modern tech to uncover the mysteries of an ancient civilization. Right, and I think White Wing comes from like a white lab coat and all of that stuff, right? And very much they specialize in stuff like medicine and science, higher tech weapons. They get a bonus to brains. Now this one really interests me, this last one. And this is what I want to roll with. Blue Wing. The Dome lay dormant for centuries and came to life only with the arrival of people. Today, this region is a gigantic 30,000 square kilometers construction site with thousands of cars, snow-white cities, and a network of motorways spanning the inhospitable desert. Cronus is rightfully proud of its world-class infrastructure, built from the ground up thanks to the hard work and knowledge of the employees of the Blue Wing, which I think is very much meant to be allegorical? Be an allegory for blue-collar workers, right? And here you've got additional stuff you've got a bonus to guts, learnability, which is kind of interesting, right? You get the bonus to XP earned, melee weapons, contraptions, and tech. Alright, let us continue on through here. Let's crank up our age a bit. There we are. Good. Go with 52. I like a bit older characters. I don't know. I always, like I said, I have a weird penchant for older, wearier looking protagonists. I don't know. Despite the fact that this guy probably isn't 52. I don't know. Maybe a young looking 52. Let's see. Is there actually anyone older looking? Let's see. No, that guy looks fairly young. Let's see. I mean, I can't go with him because I feel like I can't go with him knowing what I know, right? Or at least assuming to know what I know. All right. Now I'm quite into yeah. We'll go with 52. Why not? We'll roll with it. Okay. And let's see. Head type. Let's see. Like I said, the head stuff seems not very important whatsoever. Because you're just hardly ever going to see it. Hair color. There we go. How about our hair itself? Let's see. Can we match like the... I don't know, like the crew cut that our dude has going on? Maybe one of these two is close to it? It's hard to say. Alright, that'll have to do. Okay, and then let's go to the next area. Fairly in-depth, like I said. If you want to skip ahead, feel free to do so. Attribute distribution. Each character in the game has a set of attributes. Basic, physical, or mental characteristics. The higher the attribute value, the greater the advantage in certain situations, and the higher the initial level of secondary characteristics and skills associated with the attribute. After selecting your wing, attribute points are distributed automatically, reflecting your wing's specialization, but you can redistribute them by deducting points from some attributes and investing them in others. Proceed. And already it sort of gives you attributes tuned for whatever line of work you've chosen, right? So we've got higher guts and higher deafness because we are Blue Wing. So like if we went over here to the managerial one, say fairly different. Higher charisma, higher psyche, right? Okay, but let's go back over here. Good. Now I believe, I want to say, you can get over 10. It just won't be reflected right here, but you'll see eventually in either abilities or traits, you'll be able to crank it over 10 once your character has been created, right? Honestly, I'm quite down with this. I do quite like rolling characters with low charisma. Oh, also, it's worth pointing out that, similar to, like, Fallout and all that, there is unique dialogue for being a character with a very low brain stat, right? And I think there may even be, like, a unique ending for such characters. I'm not sure. But, for the time being for this, we'll keep it as is. We can run through some of these secondary stats and we can see how, like, it gets changed. Oh, look. Yeah, here we go. Low intelligence dialogue. If during character creation the brain stat is set to values of 1 or 2, the protagonist will be incapable of meaningful dialogue. Often this leads to unexpected results. Some quests become available, while in others new options get unlocked. Relations with other characters change as well. When communicating an intellectually challenged protagonist, some of them might show their hidden side. I would love it if, in the future, and granted, like I said, this is a fairly small team, 30 folks, as far as their site says. So not necessarily for like an indie team, but I would love it if bigger games that did something along those lines if they had shit like that for everything, right? I cannot help but go back to thinking about our Disco Elysium playthrough, which very much had reactivity for higher and lower versions of every stat, right? But I would love it if more games did stuff like that, like, oh, I'm a character with very low guts, so I'm like, I don't know. Guts doesn't seem to imply cowardice, more so like your constitution, yeah. Or like a character with really low perception, I just can't, not only am I not able to pass checks, but give me some sort of feedback in the same way that Brains is like, yeah, you're a low brains character, so here's additional fun stuff for you. I want additional fun stuff with like, oh, you're like a baby. You're really weak. You just cannot pick this up. You need help. Right? I would love stuff like that for all of these. All right. And Psyche is actually for psionics, amazingly enough. But here, we'll mouse over all these. Seems very interesting stuff. Like I said, for this, we'll probably go with what they've assigned us, right, for this Behold video. Right? Okay, and we'll mouse through all this. Yep, they've got the action point system, like I said. Very similar to what Wasteland did, as well as many others, right? A lot of things using action points. It's just, in my opinion, it plays very similar to Wasteland, given the refinements and all that. Alright, there's also a criminal skill. I quite like it. Anyway, let's go to the next one. Tag skills. In Encased, characters have a variety of skills that reflect their prowess in specific areas, be it handling different types of weapons, applying medicine, or repairing equipment. We recommend choosing 2 applied and 1 combat skills, but you may select 3 skills as your tag skills. This will add additional 30 points to each tag skill. To tag a skill, click on the star icon to the left of its name. Yeah, I think there are occasional, like, grammatical translation errors that will crop up, but it's hardly egregious, and most of the, like, at least from the opening moments, right? Who can say how it gets after that? It seems fairly good, right? Like, it's not a big deal at all. It's very understandable and not a problem for me, at least, in the slightest. Let's see. So we'll proceed down here. And what's interesting is that contraptions, I would not have anticipated being a combat-based skill, right? But you've got all these things here, heavy, high-tech. If you want to look through these, pause them as you please. Alright, and then, like, you've also got these talents as you invest points in them. As you can see, they go all up to 150, and once you hit 150, you get, like, the final perk or whatever. You get access to it. But all throughout, you get a whole bunch of stuff, different abilities and stuff. Like I said, the ability system and all that really is reminiscent of what Wasteland is doing. Or Shadowrun, right? I believe Shadowrun did similar. It's just been longer since I played Shadowrun. There we go. A lot of neat stuff, I think. But I think because already our character has, like, a penchant for contraptions, maybe we go down that route? That said, look, our stats are already kind of leaning toward light weapons. Yeah, we get up to 47. But at least for this, I'm very curious about how contraptions plays out. Like, can you actually use this? Because it seems like you're throwing a bunch of shit, right? Ability to attack with throwing weapons, from cobblestones to grenades. Seems kind of wild. Hologram, throw out a hologram, robot charging. Allied robots and turrets within a 5-meter radius gain +4 deafness. Brains and perception for 2 turns. Rapid reload. Neutralize explosives and other types of traps. Here's less than lethal stuff here as well. You can tase people. Sleeping spray. Pepper spray. Really wild. Huh. What's interesting to me is, like, what would the difference be, right? Huh. Yeah, what is the difference between sleeping spray and taser? Because why wouldn't I just want to use... Oh, you wouldn't want to use sleeping spray because it has a lower chance versus fortitude, 80%. Whereas taser is guaranteed, but not AoE. I understand. Alright. Yeah. Jetpack jump? Really wild stuff. I don't know. It definitely seems like the most... I know you would think psionics would be, but to me, I don't know. Contraptions reads is like the most non-standard of them. Armageddon grenade? Wild stuff. But it seems like there's a shit ton of replayability with this game, you know? Traits. When creating a character, you can choose one personality trait for them. It has both pros and cons and is entirely optional. In case you created a character with low intelligence, one more additional trait, named as a bag of hammers, will be added automatically. So you get doubled down. Alright. Cool. And there's a lot of really fascinating ones here that have really cool, very similar to like what Fallout did and Wasteland and all that, right? You get a really nice bonus, but also some drawbacks, right? I'm not sure if these actually have any sort of reactivity to dialogue, though. I think these might be purely, like, tied to combat and all that, right? Like, I think it may just go as far as this says, right? I think maybe the only one that would have impact on gameplay is the low int one, or the low brain stat one. Very interesting stuff, I think, at least. And also, there are some systems here that I don't fully understand, like the fatigue system. I'm assuming that's for KO, right? Like, if you build up fatigue, that results in the target getting knocked out rather than killed, right? Very cool. You grew up on a farm, and years of daily physical labor made you tougher, but digging through the dung day by day, you rarely found time to develop as a person. So you get perks slower, but you get a whopping +4 to guts immediately. Really wild. Close quarters damage goes up, but you can't wear pants and jackets. Don Quixote. You get bonuses when you're wearing, like, servo shells, as far as I can tell, are like their version of power armor, right? Let's go with redneck for the time being. There we go. Get ready for adventure. Oh my gosh, I'm ready. I'm so ready. Great, your character is almost complete. Now double check the data and confirm your choices. The dome and its many secrets await. Oh my gosh. So do we get all of these once we unlock... Like, I was under the impression that we had to pick, right? Which one of these we had to unlock. But I don't think that's the case. I think you just get all of these once you meet the threshold, right? Oh shit, I didn't pick any applied ones. I almost forgot. Whew! Goodness, there's also some cool stuff here, right? Piloting, the skill of driving various vehicles, which includes just regular vehicles, car driving, and like heavy duty, like personal carriers, road trains, trucks, stuff like that. And also piloting the servo shells, so you can see. You get bonus stuff while you're using one of the servo shells. But I don't know enough about piloting servo shells to tell, like, I would imagine there is a drawback. And maybe the drawback is just that you need some degree of investment in it. I'm not sure. Let's see. There's medicine as well. I think you can have 3 people, including your character, in a party. Or you can also specialize with stuff. I think there's traits that give you benefits for just rolling completely solo if you want to, right? They make your character a bit stronger, but you can't have companions with you. Right, and then tech, I think, is, yeah, manufacturing and repairing weapons. We'll definitely go with that. Tag that one. I'm kind of tempted to put points into survival. The base is your guts multiplied by 2, which already we're gonna have it cranked up, especially since we went with redneck. So I think we'll do that. But I'm very interested in piloting, which is fortune plus perception. Right? It really depends on the bonuses of the servo shell stuff. I want to say, I think I saw previews, gameplay preview or something like that of this game. And I believe they have a fairly in-depth, like, codex once you're actually in-game. So it might be worth it to, like, read up on all that before, like, create a character and, like, mess around a bit, get a feel for it, read up the codex, and then figure things out if you so desire, right? Obviously, if you're playing on, like, lower difficulties, that's probably not something you need to worry about at all, right? Okay. There we are. And are we good to go? I think we are. What is fortitude anyway? Negative resistance against negative physical statuses. Okay. Good. I like that they just break down the math and all that with the tooltips. I love that. It's very common in CRPGs, right? But I wish more games did it. I wish more games were very obvious about, like, the formulas that they run in the background, right? But yeah, it totally seems like we just get all of these abilities, right? Very cool. A lot of fun stuff, a lot of different ways to go through all this shit. Huh. Alright. Let's see. We got all of our stuff there, looking good. Yeah, start the game. Oh, look, and it also lets us read the load screen. The Dome is an international project of unprecedented scale. I will go so far as to say that humanity has come all this way to get exactly where we are now. Wars, slavery, genocide. All these efforts will pay off handsomely. Wait a moment. Bad phrasing. Cut that bit, will you? Interview with Cronus Foundation's deputy head of public relations. Right? It seems like they're very ambitious about tackling a lot of political shit and they've got something to say, right? I don't know if they'll get there by the end of the game, but it's incredibly promising right here and right now, right? There we go. Conversations interfacing with different characters is an important part of the game. To start a dialogue, click on the character, and if they are set to talk to you, a dialogue interface will show up. From conversations, you can find out valuable plot information, clues, and even receive tasks. Choose your lines carefully. Careless words can cause resentment or provoke a fight. There we go. And look at this. Got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Oh, right, yeah, here's our, like, data information and all that, I think. Alright, I think these are already the things that we saw, right? Yeah, these are all the notifications we got during the tutorial process. Remember how we had these show up? Yeah, totally. Yeah, this is all that. Okay, good. But I think this might be tied to where all of our good stuff is going to appear. Yeah, codex. Well, no. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe it'll tutorialize us as we're playing, right? Alright, can we change the font size on this over here? Oh. Let's see. I'm not sure that we can. We'll embiggen that a little bit. There we are. Because it's fine for me playing this font size, but I don't know if that's fine for, like, anyone watching. Okay, so here we are, right? And you've got your usual hold down Alt, and you get some extra stuff. I think you can hold down other stuff just as well. Yeah, there we go. Mapped area, just like how we've seen in Baldur's Gate where we can walk. Okay, let's see. Let's speak with this person, Monty James.
A guy wearing thick spectacles thrusts out a sweaty hand.
Monty James, Silverwing.
Let's see, can we turn this up? One of the nice things about this game that I found out when I was futzing around with audio is that it seems like you can totally... Oh no, we're already cranked it. Yeah, we've cranked it up. Okay. I'll boost it in post. But one of the nice things is that it seems like even in cutscenes and all that, you can just bring up the pause menu. I don't know. Or at least when you're talking to people, right? Very cool. And then also they do this here, which a lot of games are doing this. I think the first game I ever played that did this That was like a CRPG, was Pillars of Eternity, right? Definitely the very first game that I played that did it was Civilization, but here, you can mouse over that, and it lets you know, right? Silverwing, Administrative and Bureaucratic Cronus Division. Managers, accountants, Human Resources Specialists, right?
He glances down at your badge.
Ah, it's you. I found your file extremely interesting, and your CV, wonderful. Inspiring, really. When I had the opportunity to look over the files of my future colleagues, I couldn't resist. I don't want to sound boastful, but silver level clearance has its advantages.
Monty winks.
Ask him what he saw in your file, and then we have reactivity here. Silverwing, but we can't do it because, of course, we're blue. Ask him what he saw.
Monty makes a ring with his thumb and forefinger.
You were number 63,784 on the waiting list, but you were lucky enough to get into the dome after only 16 months. Besides that, zero, nada, absolutely nothing. You're a dark horse for both the Foundation and myself. How exactly did you end up in this wing?
Blue Wing. Tell him you're a good mechanic and the dome is where people with your skills are most needed. Blue Wing. Tell him you're good at computers, and the most advanced hardware in the world is to be found under the dome. Blue Wing. Admit you're fond of technology, comics, and sci-fi, and that you've dreamed of finding yourself in such a place. Say nothing. Let's go with this. I feel like this is the kind of game where, like, especially me playing it, I should come up with a line rather than just reading the descriptor, right? Like, even sometimes it'll be, like, fairly mundane the majority of the time, but, like, I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm an amazing mechanic, and you should see me work my way around a wrench. The dome? They need that, you know? We gotta turn some nuts and bolts, you know what I'm saying?
Your answer makes the silver smile.
Oh, yes. Ooh, you'll never guess who the dome's official heavy equipment suppliers are. Jupiter Moon and MM Trucks. I'll bet 100 combons you'll be working 7 days a week.
Great. Love that. Suppliers. Corporations. The internal dome marketplace, from food and clothing to weapons and cars, is divided among several dozen corporations with signed Cronus contracts. Despite there being no more than 35,000 people living in Cronus facilities, it is a very promising and constantly growing market, bringing corporations billions of dollars annually.
An uncomfortable silence rises between you, and Monty abruptly changes the subject.
See, I feel like this game is, like, getting at some shit, you know? I feel like they got something going on here.
He taps the narrow illuminator panel with one finger.
Look, there's a storm rising. The lightning is strange. Green. Should lightning be green? This is my first sandstorm.
More Silverwing reactivity. Strange. Anomaly. General term for a variety of physiochemical phenomena of uncertain nature, endemic to the dome. The recommended approach? Stay out, or die. Can we actually click on these and get anything? Nah. Fair enough. Still, I love shit like this, right? I love that. Alright. Cool. Let's speak with everyone. How about you next? I think there's one person from each wing in here. Aside, not including yourself. Oh, I didn't even change my character's name. Alright, don't worry about it. This is only for the Behold video. Alright. I got so carried away with everything else I forgot the very basics of changing my name. Alright.
The orange is dressed in a new jumpsuit. The shiny badge on his chest reads, Quentin Bisley, Laborer. He's side-eyeing the screen skeptically. Despite his tired, grim expression, his gaze is open and friendly. However, the general impression is unmistakable. There's something frightening about Bisley.
Let's actually look at this. What does the game have to say about this? Orange Wing. Handymen, cleaners, test subjects. Cronus provides a second chance for these former prisoners, often quite literally. Alright. Ask him how he ended up in prison, Ask him about the bracelets on his wrist. Leave. Hey, how did you end up in prison?
The orange's face stretches into a broad smile, bearing his dentures to the world.
Like everyone, duh. In a black car, under guard.
What a thing to open with, the first thing you say to someone. I don't know, maybe that's just the culture. I don't know, maybe that's common.
There's other guys, too. The ones who go through the front door.
He nods at the black-winged woman beside him. Her nose wrinkles in displeasure, but she says nothing.
Hey, what about these bracelets on your wrists? What's up with that?
Quentin raises his hands to examine the devices.
They call them humane handcuffs. How about that? Truth is, there ain't nothing humane about them. They zap you real hard the moment you get your hands on a gun. But they sure look nice.
Bisley lowers his hands again and smirks.
A modern restraining device used while transporting Orange Wing employees. Consists of 2 small steel bracelets and built-in taser that delivers a shock if the wearer handles or attempts to use a firearm. I wonder, do you think these are the Orange Wing employees? Do you think these are paid employees? I wonder, right? I wonder. Okay. Elsa Olafsson.
A tall woman is watching an ad playing on the monitor, arms crossed. The polished to a shine badge on her black overalls reads, Elsa Olafsson, Security Service.
Blackwing. Cronus Armed Forces deployed for military and police operations. For those who love uniforms, guns, and the smell of napalm in the morning.
She glances at you and offers her hand in a businesslike manner.
Greetings. Please take all necessary precautions. By that I mean, don't turn your back on him.
Elsa nods at the orange.
Ask her what's so dangerous about this orange. Silverwing again, not available. Or leave. Hey, what's up with this guy? Why is this guy so dangerous?
I just follow orders. Even if his crime was embezzlement, I have to keep him cuffed. Those are the rules.
Olafsson shrugs in a sharp, mechanical way, as if racking the slide of an assault rifle.
I just follow orders. You know. Humane cuffs, right? The same stuff as before. I like as well that they're called humane. and it also makes me wonder, like, is this the first iteration of this? Were there some less than humane cuffs that existed before? I don't know.
Our friends from the administration didn't deign to inform me about this man's record. Could be I'm escorting a serial killer. It's corporate policy, you know.
She gives the silver a vengeful look.
Silverwing. Administrative, yeah, same stuff. Alright, leave. Let's see, let's chat with Igor Potanin.
A man with a mustache and a blue jumpsuit is standing at the window, studying the construction site below through the occasional break in the clouds. His badge reads Igor Potanin, Planner. The blue taps on the glass with one finger and gestures you to come and take a look. Seems like he doesn't speak English.
The Blue. Blue Wing, Cronus Engineering and Technical Corp. Involved in repairing, maintaining, and adjusting of the equipment. Doesn't speak English. International Dome. I wonder if they... I wonder how often, like, Silvers play the others against one another for not speaking the same language, right? I don't know. International Dome. Since the discovery of the dome, its exploration has become an international project. Is the dome on Earth? I don't think so. I thought it was in space, but maybe? I don't know. Something to find out. 7 countries participated in the first expedition, and over time this number has only increased. According to the most recent data, citizens of more than 40 different countries reside under the dome today. Influence 20. Answer not available. Alright. So we can't even talk to the guy who is of our own wing. What about you?
A thin, pale young woman is sitting at the window, leaning against the illuminator. The glass is slightly fogged with her breath. She turns to you. Her shiny badge reads Tomoko Kimura, physiologist.
We've crossed the border. No way back now. Even traveling by the funicular wasn't so thrilling.
The White presses small hands to her blushing cheeks.
White. Okay, maybe sometimes the fun descriptors will run into issues. Right? I don't know about referring to people as the white or the black. So maybe that's an American thing that feels a little off. I don't know if there's an international response to that, but at least it's an American. Let's see. The funicular. Is it like a fun... Is it meant to be fun? Oh, the city of Crystal Sands, standing at the foot of the dome, and the Spire station are connected by the line of passenger and freight funicular. Specially equipped cabins ply along the line, laid directly on the surface of the dome, transporting Cronus Foundation employees and cargo. White Wing. Cronus division specializing in scientific research. Medical personnel are a part of this wing as well.
You were thinking, why have no children been born under the dome? I've got a working hypothesis, but I'm not ready to share it yet.
She says softly, as if answering a question you didn't ask.
Perception 5. Ask Kimura if she sees the dark stain on the outer surface of the dome. Ask what she meant by, we've crossed the border. Leave. Hey, do you see that nasty-ass stain on the dome? You see that? Look at that. That's nasty.
Kimura peers through the glass in the direction you indicate.
Oh, that's the aircraft that crashed into the dome during the first expedition.
Oh, fuck.
I believe that's a wing fragment, and there's some white canvas. What do you think that is? Maybe a parachute?
Jesus Christ.
The White shakes her head, bewildered.
I just can't believe it. It's all true. We're on our way to meet the future.
Okay. What did you mean by we've crossed the border?
Kimura shoots you a surprised look.
You're familiar with the details of the briefing, right? To put it simply, the dome is a selectively permeable environment.
Oh wait, this is new stuff. Dome. The most famous and most ambitious creation of the forefathers. Indestructible and semi-impervious to living matter. The dome covers about 30,000 square kilometers of desert.
The White draws an invisible hemisphere in the air.
Inorganic objects may exit the dome without difficulty, but any living creature dies if transported back to the outside world. That's why we're all stuck here for an indefinite period of time.
May exit the dome? Dome border. The dome is characterized by its selective permeability. Cargo and personnel are moved inside, through the aperture, at the apex of the dome. Damaged equipment, dangerous waste, and relics exit this way as well. As for living beings, any attempt to leave the dome ends in death. The trip here is a one-way ticket, but that doesn't stop the daredevils. Science 30, ooh. Wonder aloud why things happen that way. Why do you think everything... I wonder why stuff just dies like that.
Kimura is eyeing the dome's mesh, glittering in the sunlight.
Supposedly, it's something to do with the atmospheric composition, but it's a weak theory. The difference of the air within the dome is so insignificant as to fall within the margin of error. Or to put it more simply, there is no difference.
Weird. The difference of the air within the dome is so insignificant as to fall within the margin of error. Yeah. So so she doesn't know. But for whatever reason, the going theory is that it has to do with the atmosphere? Huh.
She shoots a quick glance at the silver and lowers her voice.
I heard a rumor, or a conspiracy theory, that we can leave the dome at any time. We've simply been told we can't. If you ever decide to test this hypothesis, don't forget to leave me something in your will.
So people are probably just getting shot or whatever if they try to leave. I do like that she shot a glance at the silver as well. Let's see. Can we talk to these people again? Like, after we've spoken with Elsa, can we speak with Quentin again?
Bisley is bopping his head from side to side, as if in time with a melody only he can hear.
What?
He asks, continuing to shake his head.
Wow, there's actually unique, yeah, okay. Hey, let's talk to everyone again?
Olafson watches you steadily, her expression calm but also slightly annoyed.
Okay. Look, it does actually say there at the top in our UI that he is handcuffed. Okay. Monty?
Monty nods at the window.
Enjoy the view. It's a short trip.
How about you?
Tannen smiles as if the two of you were old friends, and his mustache bristles comically.
Okay. And you again?
It's astonishing. Just incredible.
Kimura whispers, looking through the illuminator.
Even the narrator whispered a bit. Alright. Let's see. Now these, I think, yeah, barter and bribe menus. And we can actually even get stuff from them, I guess. Maybe there's reason to do that. How much money do we have? Combons. Official Cronus currency used everywhere under the dome. Third letter from Cronus. A yellow envelope, thick and crisp. Inside is a solemn letter printed in a font that mimics real handwriting. There's also a foil postcard and a ticket stub to Crystal Sands, a city near the dome. Mercury, belt item. Volvulus. Volvulus? For 300 turns. A small glass jar with a safety lid. Safety measures are a good idea when it comes to mercury. Can be used in the production of complex devices and ammunition. Sterile bandages. Science. Plus 20 science for 600 turns. Huh. Okay. Could we, theoretically pickpocket these people right here? Let's see. Here. Activate
What are you
stealth.
sneaking around here for?
Oh, we failed it. Is that what that said?
I can see you,
Yeah,
you know.
in sight. Let's see, if we move over here and talk to you, can I actually begin
It's
sneaking from there?
astonishing.
Like, if I get everyone facing...
Tannen smiles.
Hang on, Igor. I need you to look this direction.
Tannen smiles.
There we go. Can I do that? Let's see. Oh, it's gonna be tough.
What are you sneaking around here for?
Here, maybe...
Monty nods.
Good. They may be cleverly positioned to where I just cannot do that. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Let's see, what do we have here? Fist punch. 70% damage plus 5% times muscle. Scan. What am I scanning for? Scanning for some science. Uh-oh. How do I stop? There we go. Oh, whoops. Oh, I started going into fist mode. Oh shit, I could punch people. I guess, yeah, if you're going for the kill everybody run, I guess you would start here, huh? Alright. Bolt throwing. Requires a bolt. Throw a bolt to see if there's a hidden trap or anomaly. Discharges hazardous object on impact. Requires bolts in inventory. Dig. Okay. Force. Smash a door, force a jammed lever, kick a malfunctioning engine to life. Brute force can turn around any situation. Takes fatigue, though. Dismantling allows you to remove useful parts and components from certain objects. Mine clearance, right. Throw a wrench. Throw a wrench and stun the target for 2 rounds. It breaks your weapon. Requires a wrench. Okay. Dust in the eyes. Pocket sand. Ability cooldown timer. I think we can just keep doing this. Yeah, it blinds them. Okay. I mean, I just saved. What if I... Pocket sand! Uh-oh. Evidence and investigations. There is always evidence to be found at a crime scene. If there is a witness nearby, they will begin their own investigation and eventually discover clues that will lead them to you or your companion. Depending on the severity of the crime, the evidence is valid from a few minutes to a couple of hours.
I don't like you.
You don't have time to leave and cover your tracks. Tomoko Kimura catches you at the crime scene. She shakes her head in disapproval. If you want to fight, go to the ring. It is unacceptable to harm people for no good reason here. Okay, for the first time, I'll limit myself to a warning, she says in a conciliatory tone. Apologize for your wrongdoing and say this won't happen again. Be rude in your response. No one dares to lecture you. Fight! No, I'm sorry. She softens slightly. Okay, you seem to be decent.
Yes, you get out, now.
Oh, shit. Wow, okay. I think it was just whoever was nearest, right? Let's do a quick load here. There we are. Because I don't want it on record that I threw pocket sand at the silver. Alright. Door.
Stopping by the door's porthole, you watch as the ground slowly approaches. It looks brown-black through the tinted glass and smoky blue at the horizon. It almost seems like the clouds are pulling apart there.
What is the narrator's accent? Is that like Midwest America? Is that what that is? I'm not sure.
Your eye is drawn to the cluttered eastern section of the dome, where you see a block of warehouses and something resembling an observation deck. The real dome doesn't resemble its image from the ads at all. There are no snow-white cities or vast highways to be seen here. Looking more closely, you can make out a single, lonely road leading north. A few sheds, a radar installation, and the glittering antenna of a radio tower emerge from the mists. Yes, engineers will have plenty of work here.
Huh. I wonder if that's unique for us. Like, I wonder if other wings would get something different.
Just as you're about to move away from the window, you notice a whirlwind beginning to form above the ochre plain. The gathering storm drifts unhurriedly above the desert, a crown of green lightning flashing at its core. Clearly no ordinary weather phenomenon. It must be one of those anomalies. You freeze by the window, unable to avert your gaze.
By the way, I'm fairly certain that this game begins pre-apocalypse, and the apocalypse occurs in, like, the early moments of it. Right? I don't know how early. Like, maybe we're about to see it right now, but... Whirlwinds, sandstorms. The desert under the dome is not very hospitable, and sandstorms here are quite common. Many scientists from the White Wing associate them with abnormal activity, but there is no direct evidence for this. Anomalies. Right, we saw that. Stand up on your tiptoes and try to make out the buildings down below. Stay that way until landing. Stay where you are, trying to see if you can spot the mysterious forefathers' structures until landing. Stay at the window and watch the whirlwind till the landing. Join the other group members. Let's see if we can see the structures.
The outlines of the landing site, blurred by clouds of dust, appear behind the greenish glass of the porthole. The capsule shudders as the braking devices engage.
Ooh. See, I'm so far, like I said, I really don't know where it'll go, but so far I'm really loving, like, the vibe of this story and all that, right? The atmosphere is so rad. Alright. This is the end of the Cold War. The world economy now revolves around the dome and the study of its technologies, an effort shared among many nations, both capitalist and socialist. The world can rest easy. There will be no nuclear apocalypse. Only collaboration in the interest of all mankind. Pravda newspaper article. New events. Newcomer to Concord. Quest updated. Oop, went by too quick for me. I'm a slowpoke. Camera control. In Encased, you can rotate the camera using the E and Q keys, as well as zoom in and out by pressing the brackets. The camera is not tied to a character. You can move it using the keys WADs. To return to standard view, click Tab. Oh, to where it does track. Hey Ted, what do you think's inside? I mean the box. Come on, move it. Always slacking off on the job. Alright. Can we speak to anyone while we're out here?
Not now.
Okay. So hot, I wouldn't mind a cold soda right now.
What do you think's inside?
Oh, they're actually voiced.
I mean the box. Come on, move it. Always slacking off on the job.
Huh. Alright. Wow, look at all this stuff. Careful with the box. Come on, that's my underwear. Okay. Who's this waiting for us? Okay. Ludovico.
Come here. Come on now, or you'll miss everything.
A cheerful man in a white lab coat grabs you by the sleeve. A badge reading Ludovico Nuzzi, scientific analyst, export department, dangles loosely on his clean uniform, which still smells pungently of washing powder.
Isn't it so weird and striking how happy and bristling he is when we've got like such a weird and austere like tone with this storm coming in? It's very weird. You might say that it's some Ludo narrative dissonance going on within him. Oh my god, what a fucking reach for that one, huh? Do you like that? No?
Look over there.
He points upward with a sharp, wide gesture and hands you his field binoculars.
Take the binoculars and look where he's pointing. Refuse the binoculars. Ask him what Scientific Analyst Export Department means. Tell him you need to go. Alright, let's take a look here, dude.
You raise the binoculars to your eyes. Under fourfold magnification, the whirling cloud above the rust-colored plains looks even stranger. Its core glows with flickering green light and flashes rhythmically, and that rhythm seems to form a complicated pattern.
A pattern, really?
Nuzzi bends close to your ear.
Fascinating. Do you want me to bring some filters? If we intercept the red and blue spectrums, we'll see something amazing. It's like a signal, some kind of message.
Really? Reconnaissance 30? Damn. Stop watching the storm and look at the horizon. Ask him what it is precisely you're looking at, and then other stuff. Let's do our Recon 30?
Without tearing your gaze away from the binoculars, you turn around slowly, studying the dome's horizon.
Ah, clever.
It's somewhat unexpected that the dome looks horribly empty. Your eyes find some construction pits dug directly in the sand, and concrete blocks laid beside them. There are almost no roads, or not sealed ones. Only one highway with yellow surface marking stretches among the sand drifts.
Hey, what does Scientific Analyst Export Department mean? What is that?
The scientist looks blankly at you, then down at his lab coat.
Ah, this? This?
He lets out a blaring laugh. Ludovico points at the building behind him.
I work in Concord Station, categorizing relics. My job is to classify them by rarity. Then the blues package them, silvers issue the documentation, and oranges move them to the cargo capsule. Just like the one you arrived in.
Relics. Object of forefathers' material culture. Usually comes from a dark and mysterious dungeon.
Nuzzi points upward.
Then the capsule takes the relics way up there, all the way to the spire, then to crystal sands by the funicular. They get auctioned off and turned into money.
You turned into money.
It's not like I endorse this, but we all like ourselves a good paycheck, right?
The spire. The transit station built around the aperture at the top of the dome. Relics are moved up to it, and capsules with new employees, food, and equipment descend from it. Crystal sands, we know about that, and we know about the funicular.
He offers you his binoculars once again.
Do you want to have a look at the spire? It's amazing. But then, you can look at the spire anytime. Now that sandstorm, that's what's truly amazing.
Oh, I can't look at it. Tell me you need to go.
Nuzzi looks from you to the capsule and to the landing terminal entrance. He flings his arms up.
Oh, mi scusi. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. You'd better get going or you'll be late for check-in. Your colleagues are already inside, and the storm is growing stronger.
Oh, mi scusi.
Yeah, the storm is growing stronger.
The white mutters in fascination, eyes glued to his binoculars.
which is fixed on the spinning whirl of clouds.
Oh. Oh, shit.
Oh, so it's mine now? What happened to Miss Nguyen then?
Who are they? I like instinctively slammed the spacebar. I don't know if it caught it on the mic. I like instinctively slammed it to try and like read that real quick. All right. But it is turn-based, so there's no need to pause like outside of combat, I guess. All right. Sure is shaking. Whatever these fantasists call the Dome, an alien colony ship, a gift to humanity from another world, the remnants of Atlantis, prison for dark forces, a magical laboratory of the ancient Egyptians. Personally, I think the definition doesn't matter. What we are going to do with it, that's what matters. The Universe Talks broadcast. Interesting. So are we on Earth then? Are we on Earth? Feels very intentional that we're supposed to be wondering, right? Quests. Throughout the game, you will perform various tasks, some of which lead you through the story, as well as others that reveal different aspects of life under the dome. You can always find out the task status and read the details in the data section, L key. Okay. Let's see. Let's take a peek. Newcomer to Concord. You left the Spire on a transport pod. Your journey under the dome begins. You've reached your destination. Cronus employees are under strict surveillance and accounting. Yada yada. Okay. Sure. Alright. Reputation. Reputation with the Blue Wing. Plus 15. You're working in the Blue Wing from now on. Cool. Map. Oh, look. Wow. It looks pretty good. I'm very impressed with how a lot of this looks, right? And the parts that aren't quite there have like, they have that indie charm, right? But overall, it's fairly impressive, right? I think so, at least. All right, there we go. Hey, what's up, dude? The young Blue is closely studying a communication schematic in his K-Rus. A bundle of wires is hanging from an open fuse box nearby. He smells strongly of cheap cigarettes. His shiny badge says, Tuyen Yun, Communications Engineer.
What do you want?
He looks away from his screen, offering you a hand. Hello, can I help you? Ask what he's doing. Ask about his opinion about Concord. What are you doing? He taps lightly on the screen. I'm trying to calculate the optimal route for telecommunication cables. These cables connect the entire dome. Here at Concord, they form a hub and run up to the spire. Yun's face turns very serious. This cable is the only thing connecting the dome to civilization. And if it happens to break... I'm pretty sure we're on a desert planet, right? Yeah, we're not on Earth. Civilization. Political situation. Well, discovered. Maybe we are on Earth. Yeah, we must be on Earth. After the dome was discovered in 1971, and with the beginning of international cooperation on its development, a thaw ensued in the Cold War. The doomsday clock minute hand has been pushed back, and now shows 18 minutes before midnight. Fuck. Yeah, this game is getting at some good shit, right? The engineer looks at you meaningfully. Therefore, my mission is to ensure a stable connection and secure line, which is impossible without proper documentation. The way they're doing it here is a shame. A person could do time for that back where I'm from. Blue Wing. Mollify him. You arrived here to keep the local infrastructure from falling apart. Mollify? I don't even know that word. It sounds like scold, right? I'm tempted to pick it though because it's Blue Wing reactivity. Say that you don't see the point of his complaint. Cronus has created an impressive communication system indeed. Ask what about it is a shame in his opinion. Ask his opinion about Concord. Say you've learned everything you want to know and won't be bothering him anymore. I think mollify means to, like, scold him or whatever, right? I have no idea, though. Alright. Ask what it is, what about it is a shame in his opinion. What's the shame here? What do you think? Yun assumes a disapproving expression. The cables are laid improperly, and various factors are negatively affecting the signal strength. Wild animals damage the equipment as well. With a developed professional culture and quality control system, most of these problems could be solved in short order. What animals? He looks around and lowers his voice. They don't tell you new ones much. I suppose it's because of some security order. But in my opinion, this whole thing reeks of sabotage, and in theory, some silver should be imprisoned for that. Ah. Sorry, I got distracted. You were asking about animals? Wolpers. Huge, bald shrews. Very unpleasant creatures. Can I help with anything else? The Blue adjusts his collar. Ask his opinion about Concord. What do you think about Concord, the city? Yun tugs at the blue collar, cutting into his neck. The idea itself is impressive, but the execution suffered some failures. It's obvious the capitalistic system is obsolete and cannot support such grand-scale projects. Say you've learned everything you wanted to know and won't be bothering him anymore. Yun bids you farewell with a firm handshake. Thank you for understanding. I'm not used to getting distracted and sloppy, especially on such an important issue. He returns to the calculations in the Kairos screen, on his Kairos screen.
Come back again.
Alright, let's see, what else is around here? This machine? Trade. Vega Drinks Vending Machine. Oh shit, look at all this stuff back here. We can interact with all these? Oh my god. No. We can actually use the wash basin and stuff? Hold up. Alright, let's look at the vending machine first. The semi-transparent light panel of the Vega Drinks vending machine is adorned with the silhouette of a dancing go-go girl. There's a list of products for sale inside the illuminated recess in the right part. Cherry-flavored show soda, 20 CBS. Beef-flavored noodle, 15. Morning Dunes Lager, 25. Dark Secret Stout, 35. Wayward Cigarettes, 20. Let's buy some cigs. The bill acceptor noisily sucks in money. A pack of cigarettes rolls out into the dispensing tray with a low noise. You collect your purchase and return to the list of products sold by the machine. Let's see. Oop, I should have rebound my inventory. Hang on. I'm so accustomed to it being B for bags from playing a lot of MMOs. Alright. Let's see. UI? PDA. Okay, inventory. Is anything already on B? Nope. There we go. Good. Okay. Let's look in here real quick. Look, I'm getting sidetracked already. I'm really clicking with this game. Like, I'm really enjoying this so far. Alright. Hand dryer. Various actions such as eating food or taking medicines may impose certain status effects on you. They can last for different times and be positive or negative. Some attacks and abilities can also apply a status effect that changes the characteristics of the target. For example, bleeding or poisoning will gradually reduce health. Ooh. Man, how powerful is this hand dryer? That was probably the sandstorm. It's just a coincidence like, oh, they don't make them like this back home. Alright. Oh, dry and warm. Wow. For 14 real-life minutes. It's quite cozy here. -5 heat resistance, but +5 cryogenic resistance. Holy shit! Let's see. What all do we have here? Inventory. Can I look at the smokes? Wow, yeah. Wayward extra cigarettes. Cigarette for 300 turns. Harm from cigarettes. Uh-oh. Perception 2. Charisma +1. A fancy cigarette pack with lettering embossed in foil and a phony coat of arms. Aren't those like main primary attributes? Let's see, character. How do I find my attributes at? Or where do I find them, I should say? Data? No. Oh, here we go. Stats? Yeah, perception. Wow. Okay. What else do I have? Inactive selectrone. An electronic key for doors within... Okay, right, we got this. To get around. Scanner. A portable device for scanning relics, dead bodies, mechanisms, and more. Favorite toy of the White Wing, and the main means of obtaining valuable scientific data in the world under the dome. Connects to your Kairos and syncs with its database. Neat. Alright. Wash basin? Will I get like a buff for this? I wonder if it'll stack or if you can... Wow! Vigorous. Go get him, Tiger. 15 minutes. +1 initiative, +5 heat resistance. Wow, so it's actually worth doing this shit. Well, if I like... Can I gussy up or something? You wink at your reflection. Self-confidence, +1 charisma for 10 minutes. You posed in front of a mirror for a while and were pleased with what you saw. You will enjoy heightened self-confidence for some time. This is practically like The Sims, you know? Wow, that's so wild. Alright. Vacuum cleaner? Can I vacuum myself? What will happen if I do this? Silent buzzing. Okay. Huh. Can I interact with it? Can I dismantle it? Ability cooldown timer 1, dismantling 60. Required ability rank 60 out of 1. Yo, am I actually dismantling this fucking thing? I got shit from it! Springs? Handful of earth? Handful of earth? A lump of greasy soil. Sooner or later, it accumulates in the pockets of anyone who likes digging in flower pots. Can I eat it? Springs. Some springs... Oh, wow, they're valuable as shit. Oh my god. Some springs with varying stiffnesses. With a little effort, you can find a spring for every need. Got a door here. Where does this go to? Are these showers? Let's see. Let's rotate around. Toilet. Can I, like, take a pee or something? Relieved. Oh, I got a Chivo. True survival simulator. Oh, for only a few seconds. A small amount of radiation has been purged from the body. Oh, we shit it out? Oh, cool. Let's see. What else? Can I dismantle the toilet and get, like, pipes and shit? Or get poop? Let's see. Oh, shit. Where's my dismantle button? Here we go. Oh, no, I can't. All right. Fair enough. Wait, how about some of this? Can I, like, get the blow dryers and stuff? No. All right. Okay. Fair enough. Or mine clearance. Can I clear this? Are there some bombs in there? We leave a bomb inside this thing? We need to take this out? Alright, fine. Fuck. Alright, I've become positively charmed by this game. Janitor's gear. What have we got here? What we got on this? Got a mop. It's a weapon. 8 to 22 mechanical damage with a critical modifier of 200%. Is this actually, like, good? That sounds really good. 8 to 22? What do my fists do? 1 to 3? Fuck, what an upgrade. Oh, do I have encumbrance? Yeah, 2 out of 100. Okay. A piece of cloth. Okay. Her blank soap. Produces a nice lather. Oh, okay. We'll take all of it, in fact. Anything else around here? Toilet bowl. Oh, a broken toilet. Oh, what's going on here? Uh-oh, our first mystery. What kind of cool thing? Oh, it's lootable. A simple lockpick. A lockpick made from broken scissors. Oh, fuck. Yo, this is great. Okay. Oh, look, there's another person here. Monty James's suitcase. Oh, it's Monty from earlier. Trash bin. Are they gonna think I'm a weirdo for looking through the garbage? Fuck them. I'm a trash lord. Empty beer bottle. I'll take it. Alright. Wait, should I wield this mop? Equip primary weapon. Oh, I can strip it. Can I strip these other things? Split overview? Give me the overview on the dirt? Very good. How about this? Can I strip that? No. What all can I strip? Just the mop. Okay, fair enough. Boom. Oh, shit. Wait, we get new abilities. Desperate attack. Yo, when you're wielding the mop, maybe they're all a little desperate. Fuck. Blow. Okay. Oh, you get bonus crit rate if your health is low when you're desperate like that. Oh, and it scales off of your guts. Oh, that's so cool. So depending on the attack that you use, this one has way lower starting attack, but it scales with your guts and you get crit if you're low health. Whereas this one has higher base damage, but it scales with muscle. That said, this one scales way better with guts than this one scales with muscle. Wear down. Increases the target's fatigue by 200. By 400 in case of back attack. Oh, so like to do a knockout. Gotcha. Yo, there are some cool-ass systems at play here. This is so impressive for like an indie team of 30 people. Alright. What have we got? Oh, can we turn these into a lockpick? Can I craft them? How do I do crafting? Let's see. I'm good at crafting, aren't I? Shit, I don't even know how to do it, though. Dismantle? I'll dismantle you, dude. Yeah, I have no idea how to do it. Quests. Oh, look. Craft window. Yo. Mr. Harvey gun cleaning kit. Oh, we craft that. We create it. I see. Oh, so we would have to learn how to... Oh, shit. Wow, look at all this junk. Oh, there is some junk going on here. Mechanical repair kit. A set of spare parts and tools for maintaining and repairing machines. A set of precision screwdrivers, some solder, and a bunch of spare parts for any electrical repair job. So do you need to, like, take care of your guns? Otherwise they're going to, like, jam or something? Like New Vegas style? Oh, I already searched all that. Look, there's some wires and shit coming out here. Wait, can I dismantle this shit? Or will I get in trouble? Hang on, let's quick save. If I break, like, public property or whatever, are they gonna get fucking pissed? Like, if I visibly do it? Let's see. Can I force it? Can I... Oh, look, yes! But there's a red icon. Look, we quick saved. Let's find out what happens if I just start fucking this thing up. Oh, shit! Evidence and investigations. Uh-oh. It's broken now. You don't mind, dude. You don't mind. It's broken.
I don't like you.
Uh-oh. This is the same stuff that we had gotten last... You can't go bad... Wait, what did he say? I thought this would be exactly the same. What are you doing? You can't just go around bashing locks like that. Can't you put your strength to some better use? Okay, for the first time, I'll limit myself to a warning. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yes, you get out now.
So we get away with one for free. It seems like. Oh, fuck. That is so rad, dude. All right, let's quick load. Oh my gosh. Let's see. It does take a fair while to load, though. I will say that. Okay. But still, it ain't got nothing on Pillars of Eternity. Love that game, but fuck. Oh, look, we can steal from
Mr.
Monty.
Rayhead, would you bring me a cup of coffee, please? Colleague? Well, never mind.
Monty, who the fuck are you talking to?
Are you trying to hide?
Ooh, look, did you see his detection thing fill up like that? Let's see. Oh, look, yeah, oh. They've got detecto cones and stuff. Oh, I see. Okay.
I'm gonna call security now, you goddamn ninja.
Whoa. Take it easy, Monty. What the fuck? Did he actually do it, or is he just talking shit? A Silver, wearing thick, glittering spectacles, is sitting on an orange couch, nervously fingering his badge, which reads, Monty James, A large suitcase rests at his feet, with a leaflet about the dome perched on top.
Good day to you.
He looks up and studies your face with a squint. Ah, it's you. How do you like the inside of the dome? Say you're not ready to answer that yet. Not enough time has passed for you to form a clear impression. Say you expected something more. Say you find it fascinating and miraculous in every sense of the word. I was expecting more, dude. The Silver adjusts his spectacles. You don't say. At first you're bubbling with enthusiasm. Both Crystal Sands and the Spire are quite impressive, one must admit. You look at them and you feel like you're making history. And then you discover they somehow left you off the new recruit list. He smirks joylessly. Right now, there are more important things to worry about than history, you see. Offer to try and register him in the terminal. Monty looks up from worrying with a hangnail. Are you for real? That would be incredibly kind of you. Maybe my optimism about this place and the people working here was justified after all. You've evidently cheered him up quite a lot.
Come back again.
Oh, okay. You know the Cronus, inverted pentagon or whatever? Whenever I see it, I know they don't have a copyright on the shape, right? But I cannot help but think of the XCOM insignia. Alright. Whenever I see...
Corporation reminds you.
I'll register you.
Please use a public terminal to access your account. Thank you.
Oh. Okay. Should we do this real quick?
Your Selectron has not been properly authorized. Please visit the reception desk to register.
Okay. Wait, can I dismantle it? Can I fuck with it somehow? Can I, fuck with this thing? No. Okay, fair enough. Look, if you give me these tools, I'm gonna keep trying to fuck with shit. And I'm gonna love every second. Alright. What's up, Dean?
A tall receptionist watches you from behind his desk with a bored, haughty look. He waves impatiently at you to approach.
Receptionist. Silverwing. I like that. I like that it's a receptionist. Okay, I know what that is. But receptionists are Silverwing. Human resource specialist. Okay.
The employee glances at you indifferently. His upper lip is ever so slightly curled in contempt.
All new employees must register first thing. Come up to the desk, please.
The nameplate on the desk tells you you're talking with Dean Rayhet, administrator. The administrator slaps himself on the forehead.
I almost forgot the regulation pre-registration greeting. Just a second.
Listen to the greeting.
Rayhet produces a reel-to-reel tape recorder from beneath the desk, rewinds the tape to the beginning, and presses play. The speakers explode with a harsh, crackling sound, over which the tick-tick of a metronome slowly grows louder. Solemn music begins to play, and the administrator's face takes on a serious expression.
Dear employee, on behalf of the Cronus Foundation, I, Administrator Dean Rayhet, welcome you to your new life under the dome.
The administrator clears his throat and continues.
By joining our company, you choose the path of science and progress. You are among mankind's best, and we ask that you live up to this.
Dean squints down at the monitor.
Deserve this title. Do your job honestly. Obey the law. Respect your colleagues, and...
The music fades, and the administrator finishes his speech.
And together we will build the best possible future for all mankind.
Dean puts the tape recorder away.
Now that we're done with the official greeting, I'll register you and upgrade your Selectron. Okay?
And we can get more info on it. Electronic key and ID, a computer program embedded in the Selectron. It sounds like they're saying Selectron instead of Tron, but I can't quite discern it. Grants access to certain areas depending on your wing and rank. Let's look around.
The committee ads didn't lie. The interior of Concord Station looks just like the glossy brochure. The high ceiling is finished with matte light panels. The floor is slightly scratched, but nevertheless washed to a mirror finish. Lights gleam soothingly. It's clean, cozy, and bright. Dean stabs impatiently at the terminal keyboard.
Name and age, please?
Dean's hands hover over the keyboard. He gives you a nod.
Let's see. Dictate your information to him. Pass him a note upon which you've written out your information in advance. Enter your data into the terminal on your own. Weird. Oh, I guess can you play this game without ever speaking a single word? I know there is that weird playthrough, like they showed a video where you have different playthroughs and you can not even interact with people whatsoever, which I'm assuming this allows for. Huh. Alright, I'll dictate it.
You spell out your first and last names and specify your wing, profession, and test results. The administrator's fingers fly across the keyboard as he enters your information into the Cronus database. Rayhet scans the computer screen.
So your position in the waiting list was 63,784. You've been assigned to Magellan Station. A special bus will bring you there after a series of briefings. Please pass me your Selectron so I can update the firmware.
Dean snaps the docking port of your pass to a recess in the casing of his computer. The administrator returns your Selectron.
Now you have first-level clearance for a Blue Wing employee. You have access to storage, the repair bays, and various workshops. Your Selectron also has a built-in universal key that opens the hatches accessing the air shafts.
All right.
Dean continues.
All new employees have a short list of tasks to perform on arrival. Do you want to hear all the details or just the short version?
Wait, hold up. Did he specify? Yeah. Because we have a Blue Wing, we also have built-in universal key that opens the hatches accessing the air shafts. Huh. Or is that everyone? It's just specifically Blue Wing gets access to storage, repair bays, and various workshops. No, it sounds like we get access to air shafts because we're blue. Okay. Yeah, can I get the long version?
Rayhet nods and points at the ceiling.
First, you need a set of combat gear. Talk to Sidney Maynard. He'll give you everything.
Combat gear?
Dean extends his second finger.
Second, weapons. Ms. Margarita Takachenko is the clerk at the armory. After she dispenses your firearm, you'll need to head to the training zone for a brief weapons handling exam.
The administrator straightens his third finger.
According to the latest regulations, all employees must attend a briefing on psi abilities. Apply to instructor Andriy Mihai.
Okay. Psi abilities. Whoa. Psyche and psi energy. Psi energy and psi abilities became a serious matter of discussions soon after the first experiments with the Forefathers' technologies. According to the official data, today more than 78.4% of people under the dome exhibit psi abilities of various intensities that allow one to use tele and pyrokinetics and to influence the interlocutor in one way or another. Fortunately, most of these abilities are weak. Scientists have found that for the presence of abilities, as well as for the ability to apply them or feel their use by others, a special characteristic of the body, named psych, is responsible.
Dean extends his fourth finger and looks at you meaningfully.
Did I tell you about the combat and tactical training? The fourth step is to visit instructor Winston Botherby. And finally, science is the overarching purpose behind everything we do here. Go to Professor Van Alden to learn how to study relics, avoid anomalies, and catalog scientific knowledge. This training is mandatory for all wings, not just white.
Dean finishes. Dean catches himself.
Oh, and when you're done with your trainings, proceed to the waiting room. From there, you'll travel to Magellan by bus.
Okay. Yeah, everything's crystal clear. On it, dude.
The administrator looks up at you again.
That is all.
He reaches for the tape recorder, but thinks better of it.
Protocol calls for a little welcoming preamble, but dash it all, that's nonsense. Welcome to Concord Station.
As he's about to turn away, Dean suddenly remembers something.
Oh yes, I sent your mail to your Kairos. Check your new messages. Well, that's all, I think.
Kairos Mail. Messages sent to you by various game characters are stored in the Messages section of your Kairos. Messages from some employees' computers also end up there. All new messages are in the Inbox tab. and after reading are moved to the archive tab. Ooh, I love that. Thank you so much for archiving shit like that. Alright. Makes it very useful for me as a person who likes to read a bunch of shit. Okay, you know what? We should skip out on grabbing that shit. Let's see. Ah. There we go. Wait, can I salvage this thing? No. Okay. I can't stop myself. Okay. Let's see. Oh, equipment. And a Leroy. Let's go pretty straightforward because I've been playing this for a while. I've been futzing around with silly stuff. I can't help it though. Okay. Let's see. Sidney Maynard.
Behind the storage counter, you see a small, neat guy. His gingery hair shines with something like brilliantine. His badge says, Sidney Maynard, storekeeper. The silver perks up at your approach. A thick logbook appears at once from under the counter. Sidney puts on thick glasses that seem to age him 5 decades in an instant and studies the lined pages.
I love that.
The silver finally stops and pins down a particular page with his finger.
Wow, it really kind of did.
This is your first uniform requisition, right? You can also purchase any equipment you need for the desert directly from me.
I wouldn't say 5 decades, but at least 1, right? Look at this. Well, you get info when you mouse over it, huh? What do you have? Bribe? Oh, shit. Bribe with the mop. Hello there, Sidney Maynard. May I interest you in this fine mop? I stole it from the bathroom. Let's see. Hey, I just want my equipment.
Maynard adjusts his glasses in a businesslike manner.
Before I give you the uniform, please listen to these short instructions.
All right, I'm listening.
Sidney fiddles with his hairstyle.
So, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Life under the dome can be dangerous. You may get shot, spill acid on yourself, get electrocuted, or suffer the effects of a dangerous anomaly. You may also freeze to death or get fried.
Oh shit, there are a lot of different damage types. Okay. I would read all these if we were doing a full playthrough.
That's why it's important to wear protective equipment when traveling outdoors. Of course, in hazardous situations, the equipment will get damaged, and the more it's damaged, the more often one has to repair it.
The silver steps back from his counter to indicate the repair kit boxes piled in the back of the warehouse. He points back at the shelves behind him.
We've got repair kits for this gear. There are Blue Wing specialists ready to help you at any large base, of course, but they're not always available, so you'd better learn how to use repair kits and workbenches on your own. It's a useful skill.
Sidney rests the logbook on the desk.
That's all the instructions. Now, I'm going to issue your uniform.
The silver disappears into the back for a while and returns with a small package. Unfolding the package, Maynard shows you a brand spanking new uniform. Sidney half unfolds the clothes. A jacket, high boots, and turnip pants with patch pockets.
The technician's uniform screams function over fashion. Parts of the uniform are rubberized to protect you while working with electricity.
Oh.
He raises a finger.
One more important thing. In accordance with Order 16-225, helmets and gloves are not issued, but they're available for purchase from me. Please bear in mind,
I gotta buy the safety helmet?
Headgear or a mask, jacket, trousers, gloves, and boots.
Sidney hands you the package.
Here's your uniform. Enjoy.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Sidney adjusts his glasses.
Sure, I'll show you what we've got. You know, we're pretty well stocked here in Concord. Take a look.
Trade is an important element of Encased. While playing, you will meet characters who you can trade with, either by choosing the related dialogue option or by clicking the barter button in the dialogue interface. Okay.
Sidney scribbles something in his logbook.
Please come back anytime if you need something.
Oh, the backpacks actually do increase your encumbrance. Oh, but they reduce your evasion. Oh, wow. Oh, but not all of them. Ah. So this one, it has higher encumbrance and increases your defense class, but it slows you down a bit. Cool. Okay. Combons. Is this a blue item? No. But we could use it for digging if we needed to. There's food. Noola noodles. Wow. Holy shit. Okay. Can I even afford these things? I can't. Yeah, look, this dude wants 150. Like, I guess I could... Do you want springs? Will you trade springs? No. Well, he will, but they're really low value to him. I guess maybe, yeah, we probably sell things at a loss. The displayed price is probably the vendor's price. And then we're some sort of... What are we? I don't even know. Let's see. Transfer all. Let's see. We are... So we get things at a quarter of the price. Gotcha. Okay. Decline. I don't have that kind of money. Alright. Let's see. Equip these things. Belted pants. Jacket. Shoes. Huh. There we go. Good. Holy shit. Let's see. Now where do we need to go? There's a whole bunch of shit. Wow. This is just like the opening area. It sounded like somewhere there was like, oh yeah, combat tutorial probably here. Holy shit, but we've been going on for so long. Alright, well, I would love to show some combat, but fuck me. It's fairly slow-paced, but honestly, that is... Slow-paced is exactly my speed. I probably even went through this slower than most people, right? Yeah, this is extremely intriguing to me, right? This is... It's really clicking with me. My goodness, and this is full release. I may have to... Like, it's only... They estimate about, right, 20 to 40 hours. I'm looking at my outline again. For most people, so probably, I don't know, for me, maybe double that. Maybe we could fit this in here relatively soon, because this is a full release and all that. Like, this is really doing it for me. Maybe we'll break up, like, our Baldur's Gate playthroughs with this? I don't know. Maybe we can squeeze it in there somehow, right? Maybe I'll get a whole bunch of recording done. I would really like to. It's really gelling with me, right? Yeah, Encased. Holy shit! Like I said, if you're interested in buying it, feel free to use my link tracker thing that was sent to me by one of the third-party sites I use for getting into contact with developers and all that stuff. Right. Otherwise, yeah, links in the description. Hopefully, you've enjoyed this behold. Right. Like I said, I've really enjoyed it. We will probably. Most certainly do a full playthrough of this, right? I'm really kind of interested in that. A lot of the systems seem really cool. There's a lot of shit going on. Very impressive, I would say. Very impressive for the size of the team that worked on this. All right. Until next time, please take care of each other.